Hey, it's Jim Nance, owner, founder, and CEO of Endless Vitality. Today I'm bringing in 3 of our patients to talk a little bit about our process and what motivated them to try testosterone replacement therapy. So I'm here with Mr. Peter Meyerhoff. He has his own podcast, Roll Call with Chappy. He's had an amazing life of pretty crazy experiences that led him here today. Talk to me a little bit about why you're here and some of the, a little bit about your past, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so I do motivational speaking now, and I sent myself to prison for 12 years at 18 years of age. Went away from spring break my senior high school, and I didn't get out until I was 30 years old. I thought I was the tough guy that didn't want to tell all my friends, and I kind of took the rap for a burglary charge and spent 12 years in prison incarcerated, and then got out at 30 years old. Yeah, and then became really successful in the car business. I was a finance manager, made a ton of money my first 5 years, and decided I wanted to help people. So I walked away from all the money now, and I do motivational speaking. I speak at the high school I didn't even graduate from. I speak at jails, prisons, rehab institutions, just anything. Awesome. I just try to inspire people and let them know they can do anything they want.
And you're putting together an educational program.
Absolutely, I have my own curriculum being developed
as they come out of prison. That's probably the biggest thing, is just to be able to kind of hit the ground running, because can you imagine being away for 12 years and you come out, the world's a lot different than it was 12 years ago.
The phones are a little bit different. We had the Nokia phones with a snake on them when I went away, so it's a complete life-changing thing. So that's the final process of mine. Is I have my own curriculum and stuff I'm developing in the process of it, almost done, that is going to be taught in jails, prisons, and even the federal prisons all around the country right now.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So now it's testosterone. So I understand maybe when you were younger, you might have done a couple of things.
Actually, a few years ago, yeah. So I went when I was in prison. I was 6 foot, 144 pounds, and I went away, and I got out at 6'4", 264, and just meeting guys in the gym. I felt like every other dude I was talking to, all the big guys were all on steroids.
Right.
And I was like, I want to try that. It looks like they had an advantage on me, so I started doing steroids and got jacked, and then I just honestly started feeling kind of off and went and saw a doctor to get my blood work done, because a few people finally told me I wanted to, but I wanted to do like the cheap, easy route,
Right.
I'll just get the test from the guy at the gym. I don't need to go see a doctor. I don't want to spend $100, $200 on that, because my life's not worth that, right? So, and I finally went and got checked for my levels, and I was, I think my testosterone clocked in at like 2230 or something.
Wow.
So I was like on the verge of, I could have had a heart attack at any minute.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm done with this, but I wanted like the benefits of it, because I'm with a 27-year-old, I'm 37 years old, I worked a ton, so when you come home, they have a higher sexual craving than I could even handle.
Sure.
So to keep up with that and the gym and just your daily life, you're just so much more energetic. I sleep better, and it's just worth it actually getting it done from a doctor. I could have cost myself my life.
So to your point, probably the biggest pushback when I talk to people about treatment is, oh, I can get a bottle of testosterone for $40. I'm like, well, what is it? What are you doing? Mm-hmm. How much are you taking? Who's looking at your labs? I'm like, the cost isn't in the testosterone. It's the administration. It's having a doctor who's on top of it. And you know how much guys like to go to the doctor's office.
Oh yeah.
None.
That's why I wasn't about it. And I thought about it, and I was just like, it didn't even make sense. And then now that I actually see from this how a doctor administers in the entire process, I was like, I can't even believe I risked that for 2 seconds. It's so night and day difference from just buying steroids from a dude at the gym.
And it's front of mind now, because you know that you're getting blood work done regularly.
Yes.
You want to look at that. You want to stay on top of it. You want to make sure going forward that you don't have other issues that can be exacerbated by not getting in front of these health issues, right?
Absolutely. I'll probably do this forever. All my friends, the ones that are successful in this stuff, like in the bodybuilding industry or something, like they all get it from a doctor. Like we don't do I feel like buying steroids from the guy at the gym is just like the Nokia phones with the snake on them. That stuff is dead and gone, and this is where it's at now. You can get this stuff, and this is the way to do it.
Yeah. So to your point, that we really have to make a concerted effort at this age to stay in front of it and make sure that we're healthy and that we're doing things the right way, because you get up to the point where you're doing it yourself, you're at a 2,000-3,000 testosterone level. What is that doing to your heart? What's that doing to the rest of your body?
Or all of us as males, we have these big egos that we don't want to go see that stuff, or we don't need to go see a doctor and stuff, so you just kind of grind it out and try to fight it out. And I've sent a few friends here, and all of them can't believe that they didn't start it sooner. And I don't think you'll ever, this is like the one industry, I honestly don't think you'll ever have like a customer that comes to you and starts getting the treatment and is ever dissatisfied.
Right. And so I look back, And that's probably one of my biggest hesitations is that you said, well, I have to do this forever. And I get that a lot. And yeah, I can always go back to where my levels were before. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll go right back to where I was.
Taking naps
Can
in
I
a
go
day.
from a 300 testosterone to an 800 testosterone level? Not naturally, I can't, just because my body doesn't function that
Our
way.
bodies aren't made to do that. This is like just keeping our body where they're supposed to be, but our bodies die down from age. So this is just making us be what we're supposed to be.
Right, it's a race to 100. I'm trying
Yeah.
to get there, and hopefully when I'm 100,
Well,
I'm
nice.
I want to be the old guy who looks like this,
Yeah.
not the old guy who looks like this.
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, man, I can't thank you enough for
Yeah,
coming
absolutely.
in. Much
It's good to meet you,
appreciated,
buddy.
brother. Yeah.